everyone, it's Darla with Crafty Yarn Now. Well, welcome to my channel. This is the lovely Peggy. Now what I'm going to be showing you today is how to make these fingerless gloves. They go with the poncho, the hat, and the cowl that I designed, and I'll link all these tutorials below. So the yarn I used was Lion Brand Mandela Roving, and it's actually a lightweight 3. So, but it's a bigger 3. It's a thicker 3. But I do recommend a thicker 3 or a 4-weight yarn to use to make these fingerless gloves. This is, let's see, it is 100% acrylic, 150 grams, 415 yards per skein. This colorway is sandstone. Right there, sandstone. It's very pretty, nice for the fall, nice colorway for the fall, or anytime, even in the spring, why not? And I used, what does it recommend? It recommends a 5mm hook, but I actually, for these gloves, I actually used a 6mm, and I used a 6.5mm just to put the, there's a single crochet row around the wrist, and I used a bigger hook for that because sometimes when you make a single crochet row as an edging, it kind of pulls it in tighter, I feel. So if you want it tighter, of course, use a smaller hook, or use a 6 if you've used a 6 for the whole design. But I went up to a 6.5 just for the bottom here, the single crochet row. So I also made a few others I'd like to show you. They're all the same design. These are great for Christmas gifts. Once you get the pattern down, you could make a pair of these gloves in an hour and a half, under 2 hours, I'm sure. So you can make a few in a day if you feel like it. So I also made these red ones. And I made sure that, like, I thought of making this whole design all the way up. Actually, I did do that originally, then I decided to change it because you want to keep your fingers warm here, right? So it's just on the back, it's just for design. And this part matches the cuff. So yeah, this is a Christmas present for someone. Now the yarn I used, it may be a red heart because it's not that soft, but apparently when you wash your piece, it will soften up. Now I'm not really sure, but that's what I've heard. So I used a 6mm with this as well, and then changing to the 6.5. But it's a beautiful dark red. I had 2 balled up like this. I do not have the label, but I should have brought the other one in here, but I used the other ball I had that was about this size, and there's so much left. I mean, it doesn't take a lot of yarn at all. So then I made another pair. This is also a gift. Let me just put them on here and show you. This is, they're blue. To me it looks like royal blue on the screen, but it's darker than that, but it's not a navy blue. Here they are. And I used, for these I used Yarn Bee Soft and Sleek. And it's a low pill fiber. It is, where is it here? I think this is acrylic. Where does it say? Oh, it says right here, 100% low pill acrylic. It does suggest a 6mm, and that's what I used. And this colorway is teal blue. To me, it's more blue than a tealy blue. Yeah, because I was actually going to use this for Hat Not Hate, but because of the name of it, the color name, I thought, you know, I'm not going to take the chance. Even though they may have accepted it, I don't know. But there are, let's see, there are 232 yards in here. It's 5 ounces, and it was a full skein. And this is what I have left. Like, there's lots. This doesn't take much yarn at all to make this. Did I say this is a medium 4? All right, so the last one I made, and this is the yarn that I used in this tutorial. So I'm just gonna slide this on. A little bit hot, so it's getting harder to slide these gloves on. So I'm sweating a bit here. So this is it, and I don't have the label. I cannot find the label, but I think this is Big Twist. That's what I think it is. And I had a couple of balls like this rolled up, and I hardly used any of it really to make these gloves. So if you have a ball of yarn, 4-weight yarn, you know, rolled up in a ball like this, use it up to make these. They work up quickly, like I said. They're easy. In this tutorial, and I think the colorway was actually called Gold, and it's a really pretty gold color. So in this video, I'm going to show you first how to make the left hand. And the right hand is, there's one row that's a little different just because your thumb is on the opposite side of your hand, right? So you have to make the thumb hole in a different spot. But I explain all that in the video, and I hope it's easy to understand, and I hope that you enjoy this video and subscribe. I have so many ideas for tutorials. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. I should have started this channel a long time ago, but I've had it now for 2 years. And I will also link the playlist of all of my crochet tutorials below. And if you haven't seen it, you want to take a look through it, that would be awesome. Please comment if you feel like commenting, or if you want to. You don't have to. I would love it if you would like this video. I would love it if you share this video. And I would love it if you subscribe. There is a special video coming out tomorrow. Now, you don't want to miss this one, all right? So make sure you're subscribed and you have that bell turned on to all notifications. All right, thank you. So let's get into this tutorial. Now we're going to start off with a chain of 21. It has to be 21 in order for this pattern to work. So we'll make a chain of 21 and then hook it together to make a circle. And then you're going to slide it over your hand, all the way over your hand to your wrist, and make sure it slides comfortably. If it's a little tight, go up a hook size. If it's a little big, go down a hook size. Okay, so let's do the 21 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I'll meet you at the end of the chain. All right, I have my 21 chains. Grab your chain, make sure it's not twisted. Put your hook through that first chain you made. Grab your yarn and pull it through. Okay, now the first stitch we're going to make is a chain 3, which counts as a double crochet. Now we're going to go into the next chain and make a double crochet, and we're going to make a double crochet in every chain all the way around,
And when you're finished doing that, you will have 21 double crochets, counting that chain 3 at the very beginning. Okay, I'll meet you at the end of this row. Okay, now I counted my double crochets, including that chain 3 at the beginning, and I have 21. Okay, so now we're going to slip stitch into the top of that chain 3. Okay, now we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and that's going to count as a regular double crochet. So for the next double crochet, we're going to do a front post double crochet. So we're going to go in behind it, grab your yarn, pull under it, and then just make a double crochet. In the next double crochet, we're just going to make a double crochet on top of it, and we're going to alternate like this. So the next double crochet, make a front post double crochet. So go behind it, grab your yarn, pull it up, make a double crochet. So the next double crochet, we're going to make just a regular double crochet on top of it. Then we'll go to the next double crochet right here and make a front post double crochet. So continue doing that around this round, and I'll meet you at the end of this round. Alright, I did my second last stitch, and then this double crochet right here, because I did the back post double crochet here, I'm gonna go to the next one and do a double crochet right on top of that double crochet, and then we're going to slip stitch in the top of that chain 3 to finish our round. Okay, so this chain 3 here, we're going to put a front post double crochet around it, so we need to chain 1, and then we're going to go behind it, grab our yarn, pull through, and then just finish with making a double crochet. So the next one is a front post double crochet we did, so we're going to just put a double crochet right on the top of that front post double crochet. Okay, and the next one's just a regular double crochet, so we're going to put a front post double crochet around that one. And we just continue alternating like that. That's a front post double crochet, so we'll just put a double crochet right on top of that. The next one is just a double crochet, so we'll put a front post double crochet around that one. Okay, so the first row was just double crochets. The second row is alternating between front post double crochets and regular double crochets. And then we're doing the third row now. So we're going to do this third row, a fourth row, and a fifth row. Like that, alternating. So I'll be back when I have finished the fifth row. Alright, now we're at the end of the fifth row. So what we need to do is slip stitch into the top of that first double crochet there, that front post double crochet. Just look at your piece, turn it a little bit so you can see those two together there, and just slip stitch right into that there. Sorry. Alright, so make sure you still have 21 stitches all the way around, and then we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and that counts as a double crochet, and we're going to put one double crochet, a regular double crochet, into each of the next 3 stitches. Alright, there's 1, 2, and 3. Now counting that chain 3 at the beginning, we have 4 double crochets. Okay, then we're going to skip 2 stitches. 1, 2, go in the next one with a double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. Alright, let's do that. It's a double crochet, chain 2, and a double crochet all in that same stitch. Okay, that's a V-stitch. And then we're going to skip 2 and do the same thing in the third double crochet. We're going to put a double crochet, chain 2, and a double crochet in that same stitch. Okay, we're going to do that one more time. Skip 2 stitches, go in the next one with a double crochet, chain 2, and a double crochet. Alright, so that's what it's going to look like. You'll have the 3 V-stitches in a row. Alright, so now skip 2, 1, 2, put a regular double crochet in the next stitch, and 1 double crochet in each stitch until you reach those first 4 that we did. So 1 double crochet in each stitch. Okay. Let me just see, let's pull this up and see where that is. Okay, so we need 1 more here. Alright, so there's those 4 double crochets, counting that chain 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to have those 1, 2, 3 V-stitches, and then we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 double crochets. And then we're going to slip stitch into the top of that first chain 3 that we made. Okay, now we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to put a double crochet on top of each of those next 3 double crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3. And then we're at our V-stitch. Around the first V-stitch, we're going to make a front post double crochet. In the middle of the V-stitch, we're going to do 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet, and then that last part of that V-stitch here, we're going to put another front post double crochet. Alright, let's do that. So that first part of the V-stitch there, the double crochet, we're going to put a front post double crochet. Okay, then we're going to go right into the center of that chain 2 and make 2 double crochet, chain 2, 1, 2, and then 2 more double crochets in that same chain 2 space. Okay, there's the last part of V-stitch, that double crochet. We're going to put a front post double crochet around it. So that's what we have. Okay, and then again, front post double crochet around that first double crochet in that V-stitch. And then 2 double crochets in that chain 2 space of that V-stitch. So that's 1, 2, and then chain 2, and then 2 more double crochets in that same chain 2 space. And then to finish off working in the V stitch here, we're going to put a front post double crochet around that last double crochet. One more time, skip over to the V stitch, put a front post double crochet around that first double crochet, put 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets into that chain 2 space, and then finish it off with a front post double crochet around that double crochet in that V-stitch. There we go. So now we're going to go to this double crochet and put a double crochet on top of it, and put a double crochet on the top of every double crochet till we get to the beginning of our round. So it's 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, slip stitch into the top of that chain 3 there. And then we're going to do what we did in the row before this last one in our V-stitch row. We're going to do that again. So chain 3. That counts as your first double crochet. Put a double crochet in each of the next 3 double crochets. So you'll have a total of 4 double crochets. It's a total of 4 double crochets, and then we're going to jump right over to this chain 2 space, and we're going to make a V-stitch. And a V-stitch was a double crochet, chain 2, and a double crochet. Okay, just like that. Jump right over to this chain 2 space here. Do the same thing, a V-stitch, a double crochet, chain 2, a double crochet. And we're going to do that one more time over here in this next chain 2 space. Put a double crochet, chain 2, and a double crochet. Okay, then we're going to skip past this front post double crochet we did right here, and we're going to just put double crochets right into those last 6 double crochets of this round. Okay, so let's just check. Yeah, there's 6. And then we're going to slip stitch into the top of that first chain 3 we made. Okay, now for this next row, we're going to chain 3. And we're going to put a double crochet into each of those next 3 double crochets. The chain 3 counts as a double crochet, so you'll have 4 in total. Okay, there's the 4. And there's our V-stitch, so we're going to do what we did in the row before this row, where we put the front post double crochet around that first double crochet in that V-stitch. And then we're going to put 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet in that chain 2 space. So 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet, and then that last double crochet in that V-stitch, we'll put a front post double crochet around it. And then we'll jump to the next V-stitch and do the same. Front post double crochet around that first double crochet. In the center of that chain 2 space, we'll put 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. And now we have that last double crochet in that V-stitch, so we're going to put a front post double crochet around it. Now we have one more V-stitch in this row, so we're going to put a front post double crochet around that first double crochet. In the center of that chain 2, we're going to put 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. Now that last double crochet in that V-stitch, we're going to put a front post double crochet around it. All right, go into the next 6 double crochets with 1 double crochet in each one. Alright, now we're going to slip stitch into the top of that chain 3 to close off our round. Oops. Okay, so now we have these rows of that, what I like to call fancy stitch, when there's a row that, or some stitches that kind of draw your attention or pop out from the rest of the design. So we have those. Actually, there's 4 rows. It took 2 rows each to make this design. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make the thumb hole. Now this is will be the left hand glove. The right hand is just a tad bit different, really, just because of where your thumbs are located on your hands. So let's put the thumb hole. So we have these 4 double crochets here. We're going to chain 3, which counts as a double crochet, just like before. And then we want to skip the next 2 stitches. So that means we need to chain 2. All right, and then we're going to go in that last double crochet with a double crochet. So that's how it looks. That's where your thumb is going to go through. Okay? So now what we're going to do here is we're going to jump right over and put a V-stitch into that chain 2 space, just like before. All right, so that's a double crochet, chain 2, a double crochet right into that chain 2 space. Go to the next chain 2 space, do the same thing. A double crochet, chain 2, and a double crochet. Go to the next chain 2 space, put a double crochet, chain 2, and a double crochet. Okay, so we're going to jump past this front post double crochet right there, go into the next double crochet with a double crochet, and put a double crochet in each of those next 5 double crochets for a total of 6. Okay, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to jump over to that chain 3 plus the chain 2, that was a chain 5. We're going to go into the top of the chain 3, so count up to 3 chains there, and go right into that third chain with a slip stitch. Okay, so we have our thumb hole there. So we're going to put those 4 double crochets back in that we had in the previous row. We're going to chain 3, counts as the first double crochet, and then in this chain 2 space we're going to put 2 double crochets right into it. Okay, and then this double crochet, we're going to put a double crochet right on top of that. So now we have our 4 double crochets again. Okay, now we're going to do something a little different here. This first double crochet in this V-stitch, we're going to put a double crochet into that. We're going to put 1 double crochet in that chain 2 space. We're going to put a double crochet on top of this double crochet. Next double crochet, we'll put a double crochet right on top of it there. That chain 2 space, we'll put 1 double crochet. This double crochet, we'll put a double crochet on top of it. Next double crochet, we'll put a double crochet on top of it. Put a double crochet in that chain 2 space. And then a double crochet on the top of the next double crochet. And then we're going to continue around with our 6 double crochets. We're going to put sorry, I'm just counting. 1, 2, 3. We're going to put a double crochet on each of those 6 double crochets. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then that first chain 3 that counts as the double crochet that we did, we're going to slip stitch into the top of that chain 3. So let's take a look at this round. So this is the thumb hole. So what we did was put double crochets all the way around. Now you should have, at this point, we don't need the 21 anymore. We do end up with, it should be 22. Let me check. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, I'm sorry, 19, not 22, 19, that is correct. So I have 19. All right, so let me just show you. You slip your hand in the bottom here. And there's your thumb hole that we made. And that's how your glove will look. There's the fancy stitch on the back. All right, now we're going to continue on making our alternating between the front post and the regular double crochets like we did in the cuff. All right, so in the first stitch, oops, so sorry, we're going to chain 3. Now around this next double crochet, we're going to make a front post double crochet. Now around into this next double crochet on the top of it, we'll make a double crochet. The next double crochet, we'll make a front post double crochet around it. Next one, put a double crochet on top of it. And next one, put a front post double crochet around it, and keep alternating till you get to the end of this row. Okay, so you're going to end up with 19 stitches. So then you put a slip stitch in the top of that first chain 3 we did. Okay, since we did a regular double crochet in that row we just did right here, we're going to chain 1 and we're going to do a front post double crochet around that one. And then there's our front post double crochet. We're going to go on top of that with a regular double crochet. And then we'll do a front post double crochet around the next one. And then a regular double crochet around the next one, or on top of the next one. And then this next one we'll do a front post double crochet. So we're alternating like we did before in the cuff of the fingerless gloves. All right, so do that all the way around, and I'll meet you at the end of this row. Okay, I'm at the end of the row. So I'm going to slip stitch into that first stitch I did. So make sure you still have 19 stitches. Okay, so we have done, after the thumb hole row, we have done 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to do one more row, and then I'm going to try it on and see if I need to do another row to make it where I want it to land on my fingers. So we did a front post around this first one, so we're just going to chain 3 to count as a double crochet, a regular double crochet. And then around the next stitch, because it's a regular double crochet, we're going to do a front post double crochet around that one because we're alternating. That's a front post, so I'm just going to put a regular double crochet on top of that. Next one's a regular double crochet, so I'll just put a front post double crochet around that, and so on and so forth, and I'll meet you at the end of this row. Alright, so I've done the 4th row from the thumb hole, thumb opening, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to slip stitch into the top of that chain 3 I did at the beginning of this round. Easier said than done. I like to grab two stitches, or 2 loops of yarn. Okay, so now I'm going to try this on and see where it lands on my fingers. Okay, I've got my thumb through. Okay, where it lands on my fingers, it's too low for me. I like my baby finger to be covered more, so I'm going to do one more row, the same as this last one, and then we're going to do a single crochet row to finish it off. Now if you like your gloves like this, your fingerless gloves like this, that's perfectly fine. Or you can do an extra row, a 5th row, which would match actually the rows here. So I believe we did 5 rows here. I think we did 5. So I'm going to do one more row here. Of alternating between the front post double crochet and the regular double crochet. All right, so this one's a regular double crochet. So I'm going to chain 1, and then I'm going to go around the back of that double crochet and make a front post double crochet. And the next one is a front post, so I'll just go on top of that with a double crochet. And then make a front post double crochet, and then just a regular double crochet on top of the next one, and I'll meet you at the end of this row. Alright, so I did that 5th row. Now I'm just going to slip stitch into the top of that first, what was it, a front post double crochet, and then I'm going to try them on again. Now there it goes. So now I'm going to make a single crochet row around just to finish it off, and then I'm going to make a single crochet row around the cuff as well, but that row is going to be a little looser. You may want to go up a stitch, a hook size. I'm using a 6mm. I think I'll go up to a 6.5. So it's not, to make that last single crochet row, just so it won't be, end up being a little tight. All right. So let's do this at the end here, make our single crochet row. Okay, so we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to go back into that stitch with a single crochet, go in the next stitch with a single crochet, and then the next stitch with a single crochet, next stitch with a single crochet, next one single crochet, and just do that all the way around. I'll meet you at the end of this row. Okay, I'm at the end of the single crochet row. So now we're going to slip stitch into that first single crochet we made, which is right here. This one here is the chain 1. You don't want to go in that one. You want to make sure you go into that first single crochet we made there with a slip stitch, and pull your yarn through, and then you can cut your yarn and sew in your ends. So now we're going to go down here and do the single crochet on the edge of the cuff. Okay, now I'm at the cuff. I'm going to put a single crochet row in here, so I'll stick my yarn through there, my hook through there, and then I make this is how I do it. It's probably not the easiest way. Make a slip knot and pull my yarn through that stitch, and then I'm going to chain 1, and then I'm going to go back into that stitch with a single crochet. Okay, and then I'll go in the next stitch with a single crochet, and I've moved up to my 6.5mm hook from the 6mm, just so it's not too tight around the wrist. Okay, so I'm going to make single crochets all the way around this edge. I'm just going through the chain where we originally started the gloves. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of this row. Alright, I'm at the end of this single crochet row, and I'm just going to slip stitch into the top of that first single crochet, not the chain 1, but the single crochet. Slip stitch in there, pull through again, pull up, and then cut your yarn, and then you just have to sew in the ends. And our glove is done. This is, like I said, the left hand. Okay, I just have to sew in the ends there, and I'm done. So this is what it looks like. You have that nice design on the back of your hand. Your wrist will stay warm, and your fingers will stay warm. Up until the ones that stick out. So that's how this stitch looks. And now what we're going to do for the right hand, when you get, okay, you're going to make your glove the exact same way all the way up to this row, which is, so you did 1, 2, this is the third V-stitch row. Okay, when you're going to start that row, we're going to do something a little different. So work your glove all the way up and then stop before you do this V-stitch row, which is where we're going to make our thumb hole, but our thumb hole is going to be on this other side, and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, and then once you're done making your thumb hole, then you just continue and finish off like you did this glove. So there's only one row that's a little different, and it's easy, trust me. All right, so just do that. Do all those rows until you get up to, till you finish this row. We make this front post, 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet, front post. After you finish that row, the next row, we're gonna start it a little differently, and we're gonna end it a little differently so that we have the thumb hole over here. All right, I'll be right back. Now that we have the left hand done, we're working on the right hand. Okay, so I've made it up to the point where, okay, this row we're going to do next is the row where we did the V-stitches. We have these rows here. 2 rows make up this design, and then we go to the V-stitch. Okay, so what we normally would do is we'd put we would chain a 3 and then chain 2 more, which is 5, chain 5, skip 2 stitches, and then make our 1 double crochet in here, and that's where our thumb would go. But like I said, our hands have thumbs on the opposite sides. So what we're going to do here is we're going to just make 4 double crochets. Okay, chain 3, that'll count as our first double crochet, and then we just make our double crochet, 1 double crochet into each of the next 3 double crochets. So counting that chain 3, that's now 2, and then that's a 3 double crochets, and then 4 double crochets. Okay, now we're going to skip over and put our V-stitch in this chain 2 space right here. So go ahead and do that. So that's a double crochet, chain 2, and a double crochet. Skip over to the next chain 2 space, do the same thing, a double crochet, chain 2, and a double crochet. Skip to the next chain 2 space, put our double crochet, chain 2, and a double crochet. Okay, skip past that front post double crochet we did there, and we're going to make a double crochet, and then we're going to chain 2. We're going to skip 2, 1, 2, go in the next stitch with a double crochet, and that is where our thumb opening is for the right hand. Okay, so now we put a double crochet in the next double crochet and a double crochet in that last double crochet. And then on our chain 3 here, go to the top of it and slip stitch through it to finish off this round. Okay, so this is the left one. And this is the right one. There's our fancy stitch on the back. So then you just continue on doing what you did here to finish off your glove. Okay, I'll actually, I'll show you this round again. Well, yeah, it's pretty well the same. Okay, now remember your thumb opening is over here. So we're going to chain 3 and then put double crochet in the next 3 double crochets. And then in that first double crochet of this V-stitch right here, we're going to put a double crochet. We're going to put 1 double crochet in that chain 2 space, 1 double crochet in that next double crochet, and then double crochet in the next double crochet, 1 double crochet in the chain 2 space, 1 double crochet in the next double crochet, 1 double crochet in the next double crochet, 1 double crochet in that chain 2 space of the V-stitch, double crochet on top of that last double crochet of the V-stitch. I'm going to put a double crochet in this first double crochet, and in this chain 2 space of our thumb opening, we will put 2 double crochets in there. That's 1, 2, and then we'll put a double crochet in this next double crochet. We'll put a double crochet in the next double crochet, and a double crochet in the next double crochet, and then we're going to slip stitch into the top of that chain 3 to close off our round. Okay, and this is where you're going to start alternating between the regular double crochets and the front post double crochets. Alright, so the first row, I chain 3. That just counts as a regular double crochet. And then you go around the next double crochet with a front post double crochet. Next double crochet, put a double crochet on top. And then the next double crochet, do a front post double crochet. And continue alternating like that. And then make 3 more rows. So I think I made a total of 5, did I not? Yes, total of 5 rows of the alternating between the regular double crochet and then the front post double crochet, and then alternating the opposite in the next row like you did before. And then do the single crochet around the very end, and then do a single crochet at the cuff using a bigger hook. I went from a 6 to a 6.5 just to do the single crochet around the cuff. Sew in your ends and you're done. And there you are, you're finished your classy fingerless gloves. This
beautiful gold color is a great color for the fall. And we have shades of brown, another nice color for the fall. And then we have red, a beautiful Christmas color. And then we have blue, a beautiful winter color.